Have you been thinking about waterfront living in Charlotte? Before you dive into that lake dream, let me give you the real scoop on Lake Norman. The good, the bougie, the unexpected, and yes, the expensive. If you've been eyeing those lake views on Zillow and wondering if it's all it's cracked up to be, this is definitely the video you need to watch before you fall in love with the wrong shoreline. Hey, I'm Evie DeJesus, your Charlotte Realtor. I work with a lot of people relocating here who think they want the lake life until they see what that actually looks like in Lake Norman. So today, I'm walking you through what life on Lake Norman is really like, who it's for, what it costs, and what surprises most people when they start their search. So let's start with location and basics. Lake Norman is located just north of Charlotte, stretching across multiple towns, including Cornelius, Huntersville, Davidson, Mooresville, and Denver. It's the largest man-made lake in North Carolina and has 520 miles of shoreline. That means that not every lakefront experience is the same. Some areas are lively with restaurants and marina life, and others are tucked away and they feel like private retreats. So when you say, I want to live on Lake Norman, the first question I ask is, what kind of lake life are you actually looking for? Now let's talk about home styles and prices. You'll find everything from million-dollar estates with private docks to older homes in need of updates that still sell for $500,000 because, well, it's lakefront. The average price for a single family home on the water is around $900,000 to $1.2 million. But the luxury homes, they easily cross over the $2 to $5 million mark, depending on location, size, and view. And that's not including the homes that aren't directly on the water, but they are within walking distance. Those can still be pricey just because of the access. And heads up, docks are a whole thing. If the home doesn't already have a dock, or if you want to expand or rebuild one, you'll have to get approval from Duke Energy because they control Lake Norman's water levels and shoreline management. Not every property is eligible for a dock, even if it sits on the water. That surprises a lot of buyers. So always verify dock permits during due diligence. Don't assume anything just because the view is pretty. Let's move on to lifestyle and amenities. Living on Lake Norman gives you access to boating, kayaking, paddleboarding, and some incredible sunsets. You'll find marinas, waterfront restaurants, yacht clubs, and even lakeside breweries. People here love the social aspect, summer parties, floating docks, fireworks, and boat to dinner nights. But remember, it's a slower pace of life. So if you need a big nightlife scene or you want walkable urban living lake life, might not be your vibe. So who is Lake Norman ideal for? If you love the water, you crave space, and you want that every day feels like vacation lifestyle, Lake Norman is absolutely a dream. It's perfect for families, retirees, and remote workers who want peace and scenery. And if you're in a high income bracket and want to flex a little with a waterfront property, this is absolutely your playground. But it's not all sunshine and smooth sailing either. Traffic around the lake, especially in areas like Cornelius and Mooresville, they can be rough during peak hours. And because the lake spans multiple counties, school zones, taxes, and services can vary quite a bit. You gotta know what you're walking into depending on the town that you choose. And remember, lake living comes with some upkeep. If you're dealing with boat maintenance, shoreline erosion, HOA restrictions, and flood zone considerations, so while it's stunning, it's not stress-free. Here's what I tell my clients. Lake Norman can absolutely be your waterfront paradise, but only if it fits your lifestyle, budget, and expectations. The key is knowing where to look, what to ask, and how to plan long term. That's where having a local expert, me, makes a huge difference. So is Lake Norman Charlotte's waterfront paradise? For the right person, it absolutely is, but it's not a one size fits all dream. If you're serious though about lake living, make sure you've got the full picture before diving in. And if you want help figuring out which part of Lake Norman makes sense for your goals, I got your back, but you got to make contact. If this video helped you get clearer on lake life, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and drop your question in the comments. And if you're ready to tour some lakefront homes or just want to talk through what's possible for your budget, reach out today. Let's find the right fit and maybe the perfect view together. See you in the next video.